ZNS News is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here. Faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, the weekend edition, new measures being introduced to reform the nation's tax system. The Bahamas joins the rest of the world in celebrating World Oceans Day. And in sports, the 40th annual Barry Terry Exuma Regatta kicks off. The Bahamas tonight, the weekend edition starts now. So glad you can join us. Good evening, I'm Desmond Saunders, and welcome to the broadcast. The government taking steps to reform the country's tax system. In his contribution to the budget debate, Prime Minister and Minister of Finance, Honorable Philip Davis, touted the One Tax Bahamas system, which will be rolled out next year. The new system expected to promote a simpler, smarter, and more transparent tax system nationwide.
This will be ready in January 2026 to incorporate the domestic minimum top-up tax that is now in force. We are developing a more digital platform so that individuals and businesses can register, file, and pay taxes online with no more long lines or piles of paperwork. To date, we have designed a foundation for a secure and user-friendly tax system, began development of a new taxpayer registration portal and website, drafted robust data protection and privacy policies, which will include provisions to address issues of cybercrime and wrongful use of artificial intelligence.
Prime Minister Davis noted that a number of measures are being employed to ensure that the rollout of the system remains on schedule.
We have made several key strategic decisions, including using a cloud-based solution to prevent delays and to ensure the system is ready by March 2027. We continue to work hand in hand with our partners to meet international standards and deliver a tax system that works for the Bahamian people.
Short-term vacation housing market poised for further development in the face of what's expected to be an even greater number of tourists traveling to the Bahamas, while for many here in the capital, finding affordable housing undoubtedly has become increasingly competitive due to many operators converting units previously listed as extended rental units into short-term rentals. Specific guidelines, according to the Deputy Prime Minister, the Honorable Chester Cooper, will help to support demand with minimal impact to the housing sector.
We have granted more than $1 million to individuals in this business. We're hoping to launch another phase of the grant program to allow people to get involved in short-term vacation rentals. It's fast to mobilize. It's an opportunity for Bahamians to earn and participate in the tourism business and help us to own this business all across the islands of the Bahamas. And it helps us with a critical issue that I've been talking about, the shortage of rooms.
Now, regarding a future short-term rental registry, the Deputy Prime Minister suggests some adjustments will unfold over the coming weeks to properly vet market partners and provide improved options to visitors.
What we want to do is to ensure that Bahamians improve the overall standards that we offer. And I think it's a bit of an education process where people understand that if they improve their standards, they will also improve their average daily revenues from the guests. So I think, we are encouraging improvement, upliftment. There has been a project that involves registration through the Ministry of Finance, but our focus on the Ministry of Tourism is to promote this business.
Now to the labor front. The Bahamas strengthening its labor partnerships in the international community as it seeks to fill gaps in the labor force locally. Foreign Affairs Minister, the Honorable Fred Mitchell, says an agreement will be signed soon between the Bahamas and the Philippines.
This will better regulate the recruitment of labor from the Philippines and their work in the Bahamas and how the two countries ought to relate on that subject.
Well, you're watching The Bahamas Tonight, the weekend edition. There's more after this.
While others see customers as numbers, we see our customers as people, neighbors, friends who deserve more than one-sided connections. That's why we are redefining what real connection is by prioritizing our customers and showing our appreciation by putting our money where your loyalty is. BTC customers, claim your $200 Bahamas Air gift card when you add postpaid mobile to your internet plan. That's loyalty that flows both ways.
What? You don't know what TDC is? Tourism Development Corporation?
You mean the Ministry of Tourism?
No, that ain't the same thing, but the Tourism Development Corporation helps develop and grow behemoth businesses in the tourism industry. You heard what I say, boy? Oh, yeah. Develop and grow. You don't know what all the things they do?
What does do?
Hey, check the website, boy.
Start your journey to ownership of our #1 industry today. Log on to tdcbahamas.com.
Just what is it that you want to do? And we want to have a good time. We want to be free to do what we want to do.
Hey, ladies, where's the Dave? Oh, okay, thanks. Bets.
Greg, what's up?
Ready, man, how you doing?
I'm doing well.
You up?
He's meditating. You gotta give him at least an hour.
All right, well, I can wait. I ain't got nothing to do. Been pimping I say, now on to independence.
Bahamas Striping Group of Companies, we have been in Exuma now for the past 4 years, carrying out our paving program. A part of our company's philosophy is to do some work to international standards. So when you look at our paving division, we have a state-of-the-art lab to do all of our testing in-house, as well as a state-of-the-art asphalt plant with a trained technician carrying out the work on that site. The overarching goal of our company is to produce the work that we're doing in the entire Bahamas to international standards. We also make a difference by the training of our staff. We have a very intensive training program going on to where we are teaching young men how to learn the art of striping. Being a young man myself, I've made mistakes in the past. I was given a second chance to better my life, and it's only fitting that we pass it along. What's important for us is giving them a second chance for them to get a skill and a career that could take them further in life.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Bahamas Striping Group of Companies.
Which is staying with us despite a boycott call from Trade Union Congress President Obie Ferguson. The Labor Day parade still marched on with unions, political parties, and workers filling the streets in stance of solidarity and tradition. Ferguson, who announced a call to boycott the parade earlier this week, claimed political ambitions overshadowed the true purpose of the parade. However, hundreds still gathered to take part in the event, including some Trade Union Congress members, stating that the day is much bigger than politics.
We are proud members of the TUC, and we are pleased with the work that President Obie Ferguson continues to do for the workers in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. At the point when the boycott was decided, the PMU had already committed a significant amount of funds to purchase shirts for the members and preparations for this Labor Day march. This is a march that we've been doing for as long as I could remember, maybe 2+ decades. And so we didn't want to have committed to those funds, committed our presence, and then disappoint our members.
Now, President of the Bahamas Public Sector and Health Professionals Union, Latanya Simonet, echoing similar statements, claiming that even though the event became immersed in scrutiny, unity still prevailed.
What was was meant to be a sabotage actually worked out for the benefit of the workers. Because as you can see behind us, there's a plethora of unions out here, and there's all of Airport Authority staff along BAIC staff is out here, and this is the first time that they're executives, and so you can see harmony, you can see solidarity, you can see togetherness with the union. The union has brought not just management, but management and the line staff and middle management together. So this joint venture is something good and something positive.
Scores of Anglican congregants and dignitaries gathered at Christ the King Anglican Church to celebrate the work and ministry of Rector of Christ the King Anglican Church, Archdeacon Dwight Roll. Roll given high tributes for his 25-year journey in the Anglican diocese. Reflecting on his work, the Archdeacon says his sacred priesthood reflects a deep commitment to national service.
Being able to serve in spite of the things that life throws at you, just to be able to serve God's people and to know that in spite of all that may happen, that, once we are faithful to God, we are faithful to His church, and we serve the people of God, that all will be well. Well, the next chapter in my journey is to continue to serve, and pray that by so doing, that people will be engaged, people would come to a better understanding of who God is in their life, and, make the world a better place.
Archdeacon Dwight Roll served as assistant curate at St. George's Anglican Church from 2000 to 2001 and was appointed priest in charge of St. Saviour Parish, Kit Island from 2001 to 2003. He currently serves as the 6th rector of Christ the King Church, Ridgeland Park West. His ministry spans several parishes, and he's been instrumental in community building and church revitalization. The nation's Chief Prime Minister, the Honorable Philip Davis, says Archdeacon Roll has led a distinguished and impactful life, deeply rooted in his Christian faith.
These are the examples that we have to lift up. We have to show appreciation for the service that people have given this country, particularly where that service is impacting positively the lives of our citizens. And that's what he's been doing since over the last 25 years. He hails from Old Kit Island, and he served there for several, 2 or 3 years as the priest in charge of that parish district, and he's moved around well, and he's truly blossomed into one of the finer priests in this diocese. And I'm so happy to be here to share this moment on.
Was today, June 8th, 2025, being observed globally as World Oceans Day. Celebrated annually, this event is dedicated to protecting the world's oceans, which covers 70% of the Earth's surface. This global event is also a platform to raise awareness of the destructive impacts of human activities, from pollution to overfishing, and to galvanize a global movement for ocean stewardship. Here locally, the Bahamas Reef Environment Educational Foundation proudly celebrates World Oceans Day and the renewal of National Ocean Protection Week, as declared by Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis. This year's Global World Oceans Day theme, Wonder, Sustaining What Sustains Us. Executive Director of the Bahamas Reef Environment and Educational Foundation, Cassarina McKinney-Lambert, says the Bahamas has a long history of ocean conservation, and it's important we protect the critical marine resources that sustain our archipelago. Well, Barry Terry Exuma is buzzing with lots of activity this weekend as the annual Barry Terry Exuma Regatta now underway. Our Charles Fisher is there.
Onshore activity is always on display here in Barry Terry, better known as the City by the Sea. The homecoming and regatta celebrates 40 years. Official opening ceremony held Saturday, and doing the honors was the Chief Counselor, Glenn Davis.
Homecoming and regattas are not easy to pull off. It takes a group of hard-working individuals sacrificing time, money for it to be successful. Today, we want to say thanks to Annie and her team for the great work they are doing here in Barry Terry, the City by the Sea. We know this will come with challenges, but your strength and togetherness help you to overcome those challenges. Again, we say thank you. We, the members of the Exuma District Council, appreciate you and the work that you're doing here in Barry Terry. And ladies and gentlemen, with that said, I'd like to declare this regatta homecoming officially open.
A special guest on hand for the weekend, Avril McKenzie Sherazad, Commissioner for the City of Miramar, Florida, and a descendant of Barry Tari, who was given the key to the settlement. Not only did she receive, her and a delegation also came with gifts for the Homecoming Committee.
Absolute honor it is to stand here in downtown Barry Tari, City by the Sea, and collect recognition for doing something that I do for each of us as a representative of great Bahamianism in other countries.
Tonight ended with some of the best in Bahamian entertainment. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Charles Fisher.
Thank you very much, Charles. Stay safe. It was color, music, and energy on the streets of the capital this weekend. Diane Dorsett has more on this year's Bahamas Carnival Road March that drew scores of visitors to the Bahamas.
Lit up the streets of Nassau for the 2025 Bahamas Carnival Mass in Paradise Parade. Feathers, festivities, and lots of fun celebrated. Among the bands celebrating 10 years was Bahamas Masqueraders. Logistics manager and costume designer of the group, Ashad Bo, says the journey over the past 10 years has been both transformative and beneficial.
We're going on 10 years now, and it feels great. If you could take a look behind me, I'm pretty sure we have over 300 tourists that flew in, and it's a great feeling. We're looking to magnify this and intensify this for years to come. It's great, and it's great for the economy. When you think about the persons that benefit from Carnival, look at all the trailer drivers, look at the makeup artists, look at the production companies, look at the bartenders. There's so many persons that benefit. So Carnival is here, it's going, and we're here to stay.
While some critics question whether Carnival fits into Bahamian culture, organizers say its purpose has always been to welcome all, whether they join the parade or enjoy from the sidelines. Jason Brennan, co-founder of Mass Chaos, says the true spirit of Carnival is about inclusivity.
There aren't a lot of occasions in the Bahamas where you could just let your hair down, know you won't be judged, and have a good time while doing so. Bahamas Carnival is one of the few spaces where we can do that. It's not for everybody, but it's for everybody. We don't judge, we don't discriminate, there's no age limit on Carnival, and we are doing our best to ensure that no matter how many people come on the road, be it 10, 100, or 1,000, that we always have a good time.
And for many visitors, that spirit is exactly what keeps them coming back year after year. Miami resident Lorena has made Bahamas Carnival an annual escape.
This is my actually third year. I did it in 2018, 2019, and then I finally got back to come and play. So I love it. So I feel excited, energetic. I love the costumes, very detailed. And I play Miami. Miami don't have this much detail. So you get a good price for your quality.
With 10 years now behind them, Bahamas Carnival continues to evolve. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Diane Dorsett.
All right, Diane, good stuff there. ZNS Total Sports is up next.
Diet-friendly special.
The new stuffed crust cheddar flavor has a taste you'll enjoy.
Outside and inside.
With a delicious stuffed crust covered in irresistible cheddar flavor. Come and try the new stuffed crust cheddar flavor only at Little Caesars.
Pizza, pizza. Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station. Open the app, scan the pump's QR code. Select your payment amount and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
Welcome to What's Trending. Join me, Jiminita Swain.
And me, The Bahama Beauty, Monday through Thursday at 6 p.m.
Only on the ZNS Network.
Tired of looking at the same old kitchen? Step 1. Our talented recommended designer Mark crafts a custom design just for you. Step 2. Once your design is ready, CBS Bahamas makes ordering effortless. Your dream kitchen is within reach. Step 3, our recommended installers bring your vision to life, ensuring every detail is perfectly in place. Sit back and relax as your dream space becomes a reality. Visit cbsbahamas.com and start bringing your home improvement dreams to life today.
Welcome to your stress-free Sunday sports check, everyone. I'm Eugene Stewart. Well, it is a busy Sunday for sports on the island of Exuma. Our Charles Fisher is on the ground and tells us more.
Yes, Eugene. Exuma very busy this weekend, just like its name, Slaughter. Out of Black Point, Exuma, Slaughter smooth sailing on the waters here, taking the first 2 series races in impressive fashion.
Yeah, the performance was great. We had a great captain on board. This is his first time sailing Slaughter. He always wanted to sail the boat. He said, handyman, I need a chance at the boat because he knows it's a good boat. He said it's his first time sailing the boat, and he said he liked what he feel.
Feel good, man. Slaughter's a great boat. Feel good, bringing on.
How were the conditions out there?
The conditions, the weather conditions was pretty good, That's how it was.
From the seas to the road, where the Bahamas Cycling Federation hosted its Road Nationals, riders coming in from throughout the Bahamas. BCF President Roy Cobra.
This is one of our best nationals ever, actually. Last time we was there for nationals in Exuma was 20 years ago. And so the excitement in the air, the amount of people who participated, it all shows. And I think the amount of kids that is participating in Exuma is enormous.
Yes, Eugene, busy, and we'll have much more coming up later on in the week.
Thanks, Fisher. Well, over in Long Island, it is the final day of the 56th annual Long Island Regatta from Salt Pond. Our Destiny Reed has more in this report.
Championship day of the 2025 Long Island Regatta did not disappoint, and Salt Pond was absolutely electric. After 3 days of high-stakes sailing and heart-pounding action, it all came down to this: the final face-off, where legends were made and every second counted. Under brilliant blue skies and a steady Bahamian breeze, the competition was fierce, the shoreline was packed, and the vibes were off the charts. Heading into the day, the leaderboard was sizzling. C-Class saw Shroyd sail into the top spot with Sassy Sue and Zena close on her heels. In B-Class, Old Boy muscled into the lead, just ahead of Susan Chase and Lonesome Dove. And in A-Class, the Primary Division, Running Tide surged ahead, while New Legend and Captain Jean stayed locked in the chase. With shifting winds and championship glory on the line, every tack and jib mattered. Captains made bold calls, crews pushed to the limit, and fans lined the coast, hanging on to every turn at the buoy. We'll bring you all the final results, reactions, and highlights from the official award ceremony in tomorrow's ZNS Total Sportscast. You don't want to miss it. Reporting from South Pond, Long Island, for ZNS Total Sports, I'm Destiny Reed.
The Bahamas Chess Federation hosting its 4th annual Orrin Lindroth Memorial Chess Tournament at the Breezes Resort, featuring a thrilling blend of top Bahamian talent and elite international competitors vying for prestige, prize money, and official FIDE title norms. FIDE master and tournament organizer Cecil Monker tells us more.
Well, for chess, what it does is it increases our pool because we have a small federation and we have talented players, even some younger players, but unless you get that experience with playing like world-class tournaments, and we don't have that, this brings it to our shores, so people don't have to travel. Like when I want to play top-rated tournaments, I have to buy a plane ticket, travel, hotel, so this brings it to our shores. So that helps local chess in that way. In this tournament, we have like 10 visiting grandmasters, which makes it a very prestigious and high-level tournament. So people come to the tournament in order to increase their rating pool and also to get experience by playing much higher players. So we have players from Spain, Azerbaijan, South Africa, 2 Nigerians are registered, literally all over the world. Some of them can't even speak English.
With more than 30 years of experience under her belt and representing South Africa, Women's International Master Ansel Loubser speaks on her experience at this year's tournament.
So I'm literally the last seat in the top section. So it is tough. It is grueling out here. But I managed to win some games, and there's still 3 more rounds left, or 4. How many? I don't even know where we are now. 3 more rounds left. So this is amazing. The organizing is really good. It's so nice to see so many grandmasters playing. I met up with quite a few of my friends that, chess is like a family. So we've known each other for many years, and now they're playing here as well. So it's a beautiful setting to meet up with friends, though.
Chess action continues tomorrow at the Breezes Hotel. And that's been your stress-free Sunday sports check, everyone. I'm Eugene Stewart. Stay tuned. We've got weather when we return.
This year, Kingdor National Parkinson Foundation is taking you back to the old school. With entertainment by TMF, the band formerly known as Maze.
Also appearing will be local artist Plotty and the Naked Eye and the Royal Bahamas Defense Force Pop Band.
Save the date. Saturday, June 28th, 2025. Atlantis Paradise Island.
To purchase your tickets, call telephone 428-2588 or visit Carey's Fabric and Uniform Store, Mackey Street.
Take me out to the ballpark. Yes, this weekend for the baseball action at its best. The ZNS Television Network brings you live coverage of the 2025 National Baseball Championships at the Andre Rogers Baseball Stadium, June 7th and 8th. And coverage begins this Saturday at 5 p.m. It's the 2025 National Baseball Championships, and it's only on the ZNS Television Network.
The new stuffed crust cheddar flavor has a taste you'll enjoy.
Outside and inside.
With a delicious stuffed crust covered in irresistible cheddar flavor. Come and try the new stuffed crust cheddar flavor only at Little Caesars.
Pizza.
Summer in the Bahamas. The weather is hot, but not as hot as the ZNS summer packages. Get ads on ZNS TV or ZNS Radio Network or the TV community page, or a combination of all 3. ZNS has got you covered with great prices, whatever package you choose. Book before June 7th and get the local Federation Championship Baseball bonus full of all kinds of extras free of charge. Contact your account executive or call ZNS Sales at 502-3800 today. Hot summer package rates valid until July 31st.
Officials were warmly welcomed by the students, teachers, and administrators of Sister Annie Thompson Preschool and the Early Childhood Development Center during their recent visits. Education Minister Glenys Hanna Martin used the opportunity to inspire the students and thank the educators.
I want to say to the teachers, the principal who are here, thank you so much for working with these young people. I was so pleased to see their discipline in the as they did the national anthem, and I did a video because they knew the words. These are 4-year-olds and 3-year-olds who know the national anthem, and this is good foundational. I want to encourage boys and girls to use what do you have in your head? What's this? Brain. Say, I have a brain. I will use my brain. I have a heart. I will use my heart.
Director Dominique McCartney-Russell expressed her excitement to see students engaged in experiential learning and took the opportunity to interview a preschooler.
It is so good to see that and to experience that you are getting those opportunities to use your hands. You're getting the opportunities to use your legs, your feet, your eyes, to see, your ears to listen. I hope you also get an opportunity to smell, and certainly I see you get an opportunity to touch. What do you want to be? What career?
Police officer.
What?
Johnna Lee McIntosh for Ed Talk.
Time now for a check on tonight's weather forecast. Forecaster Diane Dorsett joins us in the studio with the latest temperatures. Good evening, Diane.
Good evening, Desmond. A ridge of high pressure continues to dominate our weather pattern, and over the next couple of days, it's expected to strengthen slightly, which means we'll see a bit of a pickup in winds and a slightly better chance for passing showers. Now, outside our studios right now, we're feeling a temperature of 87 degrees with few clouds in the sky, winds just southeast at 8 miles per hour, humidity at 67%, and pressure that's at 30.03 inches or 1,017 millibars. Now, let's take a look at temperatures around the Family Islands. In the northwest Bahamas, Freeport City and Grand Turtle Key at 86 degrees, Marsh Harbor Abaco at 85, Pollux Harbor at 84, and Alistown, Bimini at 83. We're moving down to the central Bahamas. Fresh Creek Central Andrews at 88 degrees, Camps Bay South Andrews and Black Point Exuma very warm at 90 degrees, Harbor Island at 83, Rockstone Luther at 87, Arthurstown, Cat Island, San Salvador, and Rum Key at 85 degrees. Georgetown and Exuma at 84, and for our southernmost islands, including our neighbors in the south, the Turks and Caicos Islands, Clarence Town, Crooked Island, and Ragged Island at 87 degrees. Betsy Bay and Matthew Town, Inagua at 85, Atkins at 86 degrees, and for the Turks and Caicos Islands, 84 degrees. So it's another warm evening across the islands with conditions staying pretty steady. Now for your boating forecast. In the northwest Bahamas tonight through Monday, expect southeast to south winds at 10 to 15 knots with seas around 2 to 4 feet over open waters. Low tide will be at 1:30 a.m. and the next high tide at 7:12 tomorrow morning. Meanwhile, in the central and southeast Bahamas, winds will be a bit stronger southeast at 12 to 18 knots, and seas will be slightly choppier between 3 to 6 feet. So boaters in those areas should continue to exercise caution. Our satellite imagery this evening shows mostly clear skies across the country with no major disturbances on the immediate horizon. Tonight, you can expect a temperature of 79 degrees, meaning clear and warm skies, and tomorrow, 88 degrees. A thunderstorm in some spots in the morning, but otherwise partly sunny skies. Now, looking ahead to your extended forecast, you can expect a few stray showers popping up throughout much of the upcoming week. Daytime temperatures will creep back up into the low 90s by Thursday, and overnight conditions will stay warm and muggy with lows in the upper 70s. That's your update on weather. Have a safe and enjoyable week. Back to you, Desmond.
Well, it's been a great experience. Thank you for having to join us on the Bahamas Tonight. That ends the Bahamas Tonight, the weekend edition. Thank you for continuing to make ZNS your first choice for news and information, as only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. On behalf of the entire team, thanks for watching. Have a good night.